Oh, you want to see something really cool? Me and Anthony went on an adventure, right? I found this fossil, but I couldn't bring it because it was so fragile and it broke when I tried to pick it up. It was a fossilized leaf.
Wow, that's cool. You couldn't get it?
No. You can see how it was broken.
Hang on.
So I took a picture of all the fossils I found.
Oh, wow.
There was that. Oh, that's the road that we found. That's in the back of the neighborhood that goes down to the thing. I wanted to take pictures. There was that fossil. Oh, I think that was the one. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
That's the fossil I found. I was like, and I told Anthony, I was like, man, if I am going to go down here by the creek, way in the middle of nowhere, we're 4 miles away, by the way. 4 miles away. We didn't even know it. We pulled it up on GPS to see how far we were. It was 4 miles. Exactly 4 miles, exactly. Not 4.1.
Pretty far.
It was easy getting back. We realized the hill we went down was a lot longer, and the climb, the hill climb, was like, whew. We're mentally marking out where the creek is because this summer we're gonna go float down it on inner tubes. So we're mentally programming where the creek goes and then where we can walk back up. We found out there's a spot you can walk back up the creek.
Just be careful. People drown.
It's not that deep. The deepest part of the creek we found, it's only like 20 feet long and only about 5 feet deep. I found some cool inner tubes that I want to get. An inner tube, should I say.
So, what did you want to talk about?
I don't know. You said, let's make a video. You feel like you want to make a video today? And I was like, sure.
No, I was asking you, do you want to make a video today? I wasn't
said
telling
sure.
you. And you said, yeah. And I said, what do you want to talk about? And you said, my new piano.
Oh, yeah, I got a new piano. A new piano.
Yeah, you want to talk about it, or?
It doesn't reach your side.
No. You've been playing every day, a couple times a day.
Yeah. It gets that emotion out. It's a good way because a piano like really hits all those notes where like if you want to sound really angry or aggression, you just hit the keys harder and make it sound more aggression. But if you want to play happy and joyful, you go farther up on the keys, like the higher keys, and you just press them lightly. Now I get to learn songs and stuff on the full piano that you don't have to.
Right, because up to now you've really only had a keyboard, which is really cool. It's cool to have an electronic keyboard because you can actually, if you don't have Pro Tools, you can actually like create different instruments with the keys. You can't do that with a piano. You know, so there's advantages to having a keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Are you even listening to me?
Yes. I'm looking at this picture. I'm gonna post on the thing. A thing. You know a thing. Instagram.
Are you playing your piano or what?
No.
You've been posting a lot of video and pictures and stuff of your piano, playing your piano.
That was good. No, I just wanted to post a picture of the thing, the road that I walked down.
Oh.
And type it as looks enchanted because it does look enchanted.
Oh, okay.
All the trees, all the wicked trees. You can,
On your Instagram?
yeah.
Is that where you drug that wood from home from?
No,
Oh.
back in the neighborhood.
Oh.
They ripped it out when they were building the houses. I was like, Anthony and everybody was like, you should make a walking cane out of that. And I'm like, oh, I could try. It's gonna be a lot of wood I have to take off of it.
Yeah.
But I can see what they're seeing as an artist's way.
Right.
But I'm probably gonna, because there's so much wood on there, because it's already curved like that, I could probably carve out something interesting on it.
You just have to make sure there's no termites in it, because you bring the termites back and then, you know, they can get into the wood of our house. And the next thing you know, our house falls down because it'll get all made up by termites. You know? So you have to watch that. So that's it? That's all you wanted to talk about? Your piano? Just that was it?
No. This is whatever you want else to talk about. What else do you want to talk about? I've been having a good week, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, you haven't been drawing as much.
Oh, because I got it all out of me.
You haven't been holed up in your room. So you're feeling better, energetically, mood-wise.
I've been having the best 3 days of my life.
Okay, good. And is that, well, and yeah, because you got your piano about 3 days ago, too. So, you know, how's the paranormal stuff been happening in your room still, or has that died down?
No, it's still bothering me.
Still bothering you?
You know, the craziest thing is I left my Bluetooth or my USB speakers that I plug into the computer, the little light things. Check this out. I woke up one night and I was like, I watched like a scary movie right before I went to bed too, so I was like all paranoid when I woke up. And then the first thing you see when you wake up is the big blue lights that look like eyes staring at you. They look like eyes. Look at that. No one else sees that? They look like eyes staring at you. You wake up in your bed and you're like, what the hell is that? My beard is so thick. Look at that.
Which is actually pretty surprising considering, you know,
No, it's bald there.
your Kleinfelter's stuff.
It's bald there. It's bald there. It's bald here.
Not too bad.
I just like growing this part out because it's the thickest.
Some people with Kleinfelters can't grow beard at all.
And my wrist hurts. Playing the keys on the piano. I'm not used to it. Not used to pressing the keys like that.
You gotta work them out, exercise them. It's like when you play the guitar after a long period of time.
Your calluses go away though.
Yeah.
And then they come back again.
Yeah.
And then you pick at them, and then they go away again, and then they come back again, and then it's like, but I can still. And then when you get wet, you can see where your calluses are because like you're missing a piece of your fingerprint because the calluses like grew back, and then you rip them off, and you grow back, and over time they just disappear. The lines in your fingers. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Look at the sky. Doesn't it look weird? Like they're chemtrailing again today. Doesn't it seem weird?
I thought I read somewhere if you look at the sun for like 10 seconds a day or something, it helps your eyes. Is that a true thing? I read that somewhere.
Well, I mean, you know, the eye doctors will say don't look at the sun. It's bad for you. You can actually burn your retinas.
Yeah, but I like looking at the sun. It's actually really cool. The sun looks oval from right here.
Yeah.
Wow, it actually looks cool when you stare at it. Trippy, 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 trippy. Oh, I thought it was funny how Patrick was talking about the robot thing. He was like, keep mentioning robots because it's so funny. I've been thinking about robots. Like, I was talking about it in class last week. I was like, man, if I had my own world of robots, what I would do is basically have a planet of myself, robots, and any idea that comes up, we would all know because we're all programmed in the same mind and we all share our information. If one of us wants to go destroy planets just for fun, they can do it because there's no laws. But there's technologies where you can create portals to different worlds, create realities. And I was like, man, how awesome would that be to have a whole planet to yourself, all based on robotics, technologies, and art. Buildings that defy gravity, they float.
So your people don't know who Patrick is.
Really?
So, well, I mean, we do. But I'm saying other people that watch might not know.
Patrick's awesome.
So who are you talking about?
The shaman?
Okay, on YouTube.
Do you want me to say his last name?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
on,
Patrick Coleman.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Wow.
Say it.
I could see the heat wave from the sun.
So when I was bringing you home from your appointment earlier today, I was streaming his video through my speakers in the car while I was driving. So we were listening kind of together a little bit to
Yeah, some good topics he
his
brings
video
up.
that he was talking about. So that's what you were talking about.
We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. So he was talking about
think,
robots.
Yeah, I just think it's ironic how, like, I was talking about robots last week in my class, and then like he makes a new video and he's talking about it now, and then like, or the time where he was talking about like Jack Skeleton, and like 2 days later I created a piece that I didn't know about, and like how ironically that was.
Well, they call that synchronicity. You know? And that really is the language of the spirit. I was thinking about making a YouTube video about that soon.
My palm's been sweating a lot.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Does it have a meaning? Does it mean something?
I
Or is
don't
it
know.
just what it
It's
is?
just my right. It's not my left. My left's normal. It's just my right one that sweats. It's interesting how I look at the sun and I can see two planets near it. Like when I stare at it right now, it's like I'm staring solid at it, and I can see the planets and where they line up near it.
Huh.
It's weird.
That's interesting.
Like I can see the energy filled from the other planets, like the balls, the other ball things, and planet orbs.
Okay.
I just noticed that. I noticed my ability thing came back up, the energy thing, where it died down and it disappeared for a long time, and then you evolve, and then it's like, wow, look, there it is again, but it's more intense.
What do you mean?
The energy, like the energies, you know, like some people could see energy, some people could like tap into spirits, and mine's like I could see people's chakras and stuff. Like
Their
it's coming
energy.
back slowly,
Oh.
but it's more intense, like the colors are more solid.
Well, that's interesting because you've been complaining about your quote-unquote autistic symptoms have been worse lately.
Oh yeah, my therapist was like, man, you have some really good ears. I'm like, yeah, I could hear them in the other room talking, and I could hear what they're saying, and the weird thing is, you can't hear it, but I could hear the people in the other room with the sound box in the hallway, and I could also hear the lady in the front desk. Like my hearing's been heightened.
I've noticed you've also been more impulsive, like, you know, when you say things without a filter a lot more lately.
Oh yeah. My friends pointed that out.
Yeah.
I say sometimes it could be sexual things, yes. I'll say some sexual stuff really badly, and it could sound really, really disturbing, but
Right.
it's like,
Well,
for
like
some
when your
reason, I
job
just
coach-
want to
Like
say
your job
it.
coach came over yesterday and was helping you like apply for jobs. And
I can't
stuff.
help it. I'm at home.
You were kind of saying a lot of inappropriate stuff to her. Yeah.
I'm gonna just say it how it is. She stared into my eyes, like into my soul, like a sexual person, where you have that moment when you stare into your girlfriend's eyes, and you're like, are we having a moment right now? Because you're staring at me in a sexual way, and like I could totally lean in and kiss you right now. It's like you're staring at me, like.
Maybe she was trying to read you. Get a pulse or something, you know? I don't know. Yeah, so you've been having an increase of social impulsivity, I guess. I don't know what else to call it.
Like a tick?
Like no filter in what you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
No ability to control the words coming out your mouth.
Like a tick.
Kinda, not really.
Tourette's!
Well, yes, but no. Because Tourette's doesn't follow a logical...
I know, but I admire Tourette's people. It's so funny. I like watching the videos of Tourette's people in an airport. Oh my god, it's so funny, but it's so awesome.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing to live with.
I know, but it's like it's awesome that they can live through it, and they go on an airplane and they're saying like bomb and shit, and it's like it's funny because it's like it's an actual disability, but it's like holy shit, they're actually doing it though. They're riding airplanes, traveling.
Here's the point right here. This high peak where you can actually see the city. Anyway, yeah.
No filter.
No filter.
Yeah, there's sometimes where I want to say words and I have to bite my tongue and not try to say it, but then like every time I try to just hold my tongue trying to say these words, it's like it slips out sooner or later.
So it's interesting you're having this increase in your
It's like an impulse that I want to say it, but I can't, I know that it's bad and I don't want to say it. I know that I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
But it's like an overpowering feeling that you're like, you just want to, like if you're walking by someone, you're like, fuck you. And you just randomly, oh, that felt good.
Yeah.
See? Makes me feel better.
Why would you want to say that to somebody then? I don't understand.
I don't know, it's just a weird impulse.
Is it like their energy that causes you to want to do that to them? Or is it within you? Or I'm trying to understand like what the relationship is and why you want to say that to somebody.
I don't know. It's been like that for like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
So you don't really have too much insight.
Not yet. I always thought it was the spirits going through me. I still kind of think that. I get weird thoughts at night, you know, when I'm laying in bed. And they're not like my normal thoughts. It's like weird.
Like you're channeling them or something.
I don't even get dreams anymore. It's been weeks.
Or you're not remembering your dreams.
No.
Yeah.
I would totally remember.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the interesting things about dreams is, you know, they rely on our memory. So, like, you could go into a sleep lab and they could hook you up like you've done before, you know, and fall asleep, and then they'll tell you that you did have dreams. They can tell by your brainwaves. But you might not wake up remembering them. So that happens for a lot of different reasons. So you notice an increase in your sort of quote-unquote autistic symptoms and also your extrasensory or heightened sensory abilities.
That's probably why I'm affected by the spiritual realm, why I'm seeing things, hearing things.
Yeah.
It's been heightened. It's probably why I've been having so much anxiety at night. I've been getting heartburn really, really bad.
At night?
Yeah. I hope it's heartburn. It feels like a panic attack, kind of.
Heartburn can hurt.
Oh, it hurts.
It can really hurt your chest and feel like a heart attack, you know?
It feels like a heart attack. I feel like like my heart got punched
Yeah.
and then ripped out of my chest and
Could
stomped
be.
on and then
Could be.
stabbed it back into my chest, and then I'm like, ugh.
Well,
I wanna throw
when you
up.
take a heartburn medication, does it help?
No, it made it
No,
worse.
It made it worse.
Dad's medication's not even like the acid reflux pills that I had a prescription of it, but I ran out.
Well, no, sometimes you have to change to different ones because.
Well, they're not working anymore. Dad says, "Oh, they're 24 hours. You don't need one until next day." I'm like, Psh. I took one the other night, and I'm like, "Oh, it's 24 hours." Felt like 1 hour, not even 1 hour.
That's better.
Milk works
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
Then I had to go get out and drink more milk. And then I hack stuff up because I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
I like how there's different symptoms of lactose intolerant people.
Yeah.
And like the most common one is for everyone, like they're thinking of everyone getting the shits from lactose intolerant, but no, there's like other symptoms from being lactose.
Yeah. Well, you can have. Well, I mean, dairy causes inflammation. That's what causes you to get phlegm. This is, just the inflammation, which maybe is a form of an allergy. But it's different than being lactose intolerant.
It's complex. Yes, it is, because doctors made up diagnoses, and now here we are talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it how I want to call it, because that's what it is. I've been stuck on a number of years. I've been saying it in my head for the past like 3 days. 400 years from now, we're gonna have a technology that will change the world. And I've been saying that in my head for the last
Well, I would hope so.
3 days.
I mean, in 400 years, it seems to me like in 100 years from now, we would have a technology that would change the world.
No, we have a technology where we can transfer our minds into a robotic body that could be living on forever. So that means you can technically clone your mind and put it into another robot.
Right. They made a movie.
And live 2 worlds. What movie's that?
Divergent?
What the hell's Divergence?
What was the name of the movie? Divergent or something like that. It had Johnny Depp in it. That's what they did to him. He wanted to live forever. So they transferred his mind into the computer, and then when his body physically died, his mind like took over, and it like just was kind of diabolical. It's a good movie. I think it was called Divergent. It was a pretty decent movie. It's alright. Not my favorite Johnny Depp movie, but what's your favorite sci-fi movie that you've seen so far?
Sci-fi movie.
Yeah, sci-fi. Favorite sci-fi movie.
Hold on. My favorite sci-fi movie. I gotta pull it up.
Do you know mine?
No. What's yours?
Interstellar. A lot of people don't like that movie, but it's my favorite sci-fi.
I think I have a couple favorites of sci-fi movies. I like King Arthur, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
King Arthur Legend of the Sword. That was really good.
Is that sci-fi?
Yes. There was it was pretty badass. It was a pretty good ass movie. I watched it again and again just because
It wasn't fantasy?
it's sci-fi fantasy.
Well, science fiction usually is futuristic or
It was like sorceries and witches were alive, King Arthur age, and one man could pull the sword, and they were looking for the born king, but his basically basis of the story that the original king died, and the other king was blah blah blah. That or Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Yes. You watch that before you watch Alien Covenant.
Oh,
Because they're connected.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that until I watched Alien Covenant. Covenant.
Yeah.
And then I watched Prometheus, and I was like, wait, isn't that guy from that movie? I'm like, oh, that's that. Oh, I see what they did there. But I think Prometheus is pretty good. Now, if we're going old school, we're going to go old school Tron.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite. I don't like how they changed Tron. Like, because there's this part in the scene in the original Tron where they're drinking from a water that gives you energy. You know what I'm talking about? The energy water, and they're sipping it up. They don't have that in the
That
new
was like
movie.
from my era when I was a kid, Tron.
Yeah, that was a good
But
movie.
the new Tron is good because it has the dude in it, you know?
The same guy.
The dude.
Flynn.
You know, from the Big Lebowski. The dude.
The dude.
Yeah.
Like, dude, where's my car, dude? Or, dude, where's my car?
That's what he
I
calls
don't know,
himself.
dude. Where's your car, dude?
Haven't you seen that
Hey, what's my
movie?
back say?
The Big
Dude, where's your car?
Lebowski?
No.
The bowling movie? Oh, well, you gotta watch it. It's kind of a stoner movie.
I thought it was dude, where's my car?
That's a different movie. It's called The Big Lebowski, but that's what he goes by in the movie. The dude. The guy that plays the dude in Big Lebowski is the same actor that plays in the Neutron movie.
What about,
So, I guess if you like the dude, then you would like Tron.
okay, so you're talking about, like, sci-fi? I would say, War of the Planet of the Apes was pretty good.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I'm not a really big sci-fi fan.
Wait, you said name your favorite.
No, I know, but there's probably a lot of them you've seen I haven't seen. 'Cause it's not
What
my favorite.
about Valerian and the City of Thousand Planets? That was really good.
I don't know.
It seemed like the cover of it sounded really retarded, but then when I got into it, I was like, wow, this is actually really interesting. Power Rangers was pretty good. I don't know why movie directors always end the movie so quick. Like, you know the movie's about to end when they're trying to sum it up. It's like, I want a nice, long-lasting battle in a movie, you know?
Yeah.
They sum it up in 30 minutes, and boom, the movie's done. It's an interesting license plate. There's a flower on it.
You've seen Interstellar, right?
Yeah.
You didn't
Where
like
the
it?
guy, the black guy went down on the planet for him it was like 80 years, but for them up in space it was like, because they messed up on the time, they calculated it wrong.
Mm-hmm. And he got stuck in the Tesseract, and he was pushing the books through the other dimension into his daughter's bedroom.
And it was like he figured it out on the clock. That was so cool.
She figured it out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
technically he was the one, but then she took all the credit. That was the messed up part.
No, she figured it out. She was studying it in her bedroom, and he was making fun of her, saying, "Oh, the ghost in your bedroom, ha 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 ha," making fun of her. And the whole time it was him. It was his future self. In a
Yeah,
different
that's what I'm
dimension.
saying.
Yeah,
But he's the one that traveled there
yeah.
on accident, in a way.
And gave her the coordinates for the code by pushing the books out in the pattern. But see, she was smart enough to study the pattern instead of just like standing there and going, "Oh, I can't figure this out. There's a ghost in my room." That's what I like about the movie. You know, I think it's a really cool movie. It connects like themes of love and
Well, it's also brain twisted.
yeah, it is. It is.
Ugh, I'm just thinking of that messed up TV show. There's this one episode of Black Mirror that I hate.
Oh,
Freaking hate that episode. Of all episodes, it had to be. It's the virtual reality one they had. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I saw that one.
Like
That's
one
like
of
this first season, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was
Yeah.
like, it was so scary. Like, my friend got me to watch it at like 1 o'clock in the morning with all the lights off. And he's like, this is the scariest one. You got to watch it no matter what. This is how you get in the black. You know the camera's crooked, right?
Yeah, I know. It was crooked before, and I just...
Anyway, you got to watch it with all the lights out. Just watch Black Mirror in this one episode. It's like so scary. He's like, man, you got to try this VR thing, like this new game. He died in 0.4 0.04 seconds.
Oh, I know.
0.04 seconds he died.
Yeah.
Less, not even half a second.
Yeah. I don't like that. I didn't like that show that
That
much.
was so messed up.
I feel like the old
That was the only good
Twilight
episode.
Zones are way better than Black Mirror. I mean, I guess it's like a modern version of the Twilight Zone, but
Oh, then if you want to talk
I like Twilight
sci-fi,
Zone
then
better.
Eureka, old school. Eureka.
Oh.
Eureka. I like how they summed it up at the end too. Eureka. It's it's an actual town in California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's
Well, there's
funny.
two. There's Yreka and Eureka in
There's
California.
Eureka.
Mhm.
I'm talking about Eureka.
Mhm.
Eureka.
Yes, that is a town.
Well, anyway,
Northern
there's a
California.
show on Eureka.
Mhm.
Like it's called Eureka, and it's like a sci-fi advanced weird anomalies happen, and it's really cool. It's like there's this one part where the people are coming into the town,
Mhm.
and they thought for a second they saw themselves coming out.
Oh.
And what happened in the show, if you're like a hardcore Eureka fan, you know what happened was late in the show, if you got to piece it all together, what happened was one of the guys made a time machine and looped it.
Oh.
So like in the beginning of the episode was the same as the ending of the episode. So you could say, we're leaving this town. We're not coming back.
It's amazing that people think of this stuff.
They planned it out from the beginning. Wow, now it's the other way.
I know. I can't get it right. I feel like was it Stranger Things on Netflix?
That was really good.
It's kind of a little bit like that.
Stranger's good.
I'm not
Stranger
sure if that's
Things.
really science fiction. I don't know what the genre of that is. It kind of is, but it
Horror, I guess, but it is science fiction. That was really good. I hope they come back with it, season 3. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you know how awesome that would be.
We have time. Do you want to eat
Like-
something?
Yeah. What happens? They made a season 3, and they based it on a whole different reality.
What do you want?
They went to the dark side.
Water. All right. Anyways, we just ordered food at Whataburger drive-thru, which is like
And distracted my thoughts.
the hamburger place in Texas, Whataburger. Anyways, you were talking about a show you were watching and how he looped back around in the time machine and then...
Like messed up. Yeah, I think he went back in time. The engineer dude went back in time to save his wife.
Mhm.
I didn't say that part, but he went back in time to save his wife,
Mhm.
but realized that everyone told him not to, and he realized that he fucked up big,
Oh,
and he looped everything again.
oh,
Wow.
he got stuck in a loop.
And then right when they're the people entering the city on episode 1,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know what season it is, but it's like they're leaving, and it's like, so that means right when they leave, it resets and does it all over again.
Okay.
So the
I
whole
see,
season loops
yeah.
again, and
Right.
you just have to watch
Well, see,
it again
That's
to
like the
understand it.
Ouroboros. We were kind of talking a little bit about that. That's kind of like how the Ouroboros is. It's that looping,
Yeah, but it
stuck in a
but
feedback loop.
the Ora Bora can mean anything for anybody.
It does have a lot of different meanings, yeah.
Why do people get tattoos of infinity signs? Same meaning.
It's different.
Ouroboros, different for me.
So you're saying it to you, it means infinity.
No,
Oh, I don't know what you're saying then.
I want to get a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an Ouroboros style,
Mm-hmm.
but I want wings on it.
The winged dragon.
A winged Celtic dragon. Like it could fly.
Mm-hmm.
That means that there's a point where it could stop because
thought
it has wings
don't
and
all-
it could fly
I
away.
thought all dragons have wings, no?
No,
Okay.
not all dragons have wings.
Oh.
Who said all dragons had wings?
I don't know. I just thought most of them did, but maybe not. I don't know. So a winged dragon, a Celtic dragon, so a medieval European scaly fire-breathing dragon.
I want to no, I'm thinking lightning. I like my lightning dragons.
Oh.
I think they're so interesting. In the fantasy world, I mean. Everyone likes their certain type of dragon. I like my lightning dragons. My lightning dragons.
So what else? I mean, I don't think there's anything else. What any good movies you've seen lately, or what you've been watching on Netflix lately?
Netflix? Nothing.
No?
Oh, the originals.
The originals?
Yes, the originals.
I know OA comes out pretty soon.
I don't like OA.
You don't like it?
No, it's
Season
weird.
2. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
I like originals.
That is a Netflix original.
No, I'm talking about originals. The
Oh,
show
the
originals. The show
oh,
originals.
I
It's a
see what you're
vampire.
saying.
It's like
Okay, sorry, I had a mom moment.
it's a vampire show, and it's called The Originals because they're original vampires, the first bloodline of vampires, which the vampire's mom was a witch, and vampires never existed until his mom, the original's mom, made a spell to create immortal life, and she messed up and created the demons of the so-called vampires, which make actually good sense. Like, it actually was a point of making vampires. I mean, I would think the originals was an actual storyline, like a real fact storyline.
Okay, hang on. Okay.
So many distractions.
My goodness, that was,
Can I have your cookie for later?
yes, I never do eat it. I don't like it.
I know, I love their cookies.
Yeah. That was quite an exercise in,
I like how they give me
I
2
don't know.
ketchups and they give me 3. Now it's an odd number. Now it's going to bother me. They gave me 3 ketchups and I asked for 2.
Well, yeah, no, this deal. Cope with it.
Cope with OCD.
Cope.
It's an odd number. It's going to bother me.
Odd numbers are good. I like the number 3. It's
Well, I like
not-
7.
Look it, right in front of us. Look it. DR3B333.
Oh yeah, look at that one.
There you go. There's a synchronicity right in front of you.
P327.
So that's the spirits talking to you. You know what they're telling
7.
you? They're telling you, don't judge. Don't judge numbers. That's what they're saying. Don't judge. The spirits are saying, we like all the numbers.
I don't.
That's pretty funny, though.
My favorite number is 7, 77, 777,
Well,
7,777,
7 is not an even number.
77,777,
It's an odd number.
777,777,777, anything with a 7 in it.
So,
I really like 77 though.
you're digging those french fries and that spicy ketchup, huh?
Spicy ketchup's good.
You don't eat that too often, Whataburger.
Gives me acid.
Yeah.
Reflux. Acid reflux.
So what else? We got anything else to talk about that's interesting? You like your new piano. You're grateful for it. Me and Dad worked some magic. You've wanted a piano for a long time.
Very long time, I know.
Years and years. I don't know, because we got that thing in the mail, and I was curious about it. That
It was a good deal.
annual thing that they do, and whatever. I was curious about it. A special music program. I didn't know much about it, and I knew you were interested in pianos, and that was one of the things they were selling. Pianos and orchestral string instruments. So I thought we'd go check it out. And,
I bonded with the guy that sold it to us.
it turned out that...
What are the chances of the guy that's selling the pianos? One of the guys was like talking about chakras and stuff, and I'm like, how ironic like that. The universe knew we wanted him. We bond on a spiritual level. He knew what piano I was looking for too. It's just ironic.
He reminded me of Robert Downey Jr. He looked like Robert Downey Jr., the guy that plays Iron Man.
Oh, that's funny.
Right? Didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looked a lot like him.
Uh-huh.
How funny would that be?
He did look a lot like him. Anyway, so yeah, me and Dad just worked some magic and, worked it out, and, it might turn out to be a loner.
I was originally going to get a
piano.
baby grand.
But we don't want to talk about that. We'll see.
A baby grand?
We'll see what comes out of all that. You just might get that in the future.
Might.
Next year.
It means definitely.
Next year.
Baby grand's all I want.
Anyway, you're grateful for your piano and you're enjoying it. You've been playing it several times a day, and it's nice to have a nice instrument like that. You've wanted it for a really long time, and you know, a lot of people spend money on pianos and they just sit there and collect dust. You know, having a baby grand piano is like kind of a status symbol, you know, or the ivory tower. People that have money, you know, it's a status.
No, it's
They don't even necessarily play it. Or
I play it.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you do. I knew it wasn't going to sit there and collect dust, but that it was really something that you
I clean it too.
wanted. And
I don't want that thing dirty.
You'll baby it.
It's my baby girl.
Yeah.
As a girl. You think a piano is like women. They know how to get touched.
All right. We better go and let you eat your dinner before you go in there. All right. Thank you guys for watching. As always, we love you so much. And thanks for riding in the car with us. And sorry we can't share our food, but you might not want to eat it anyway. So it's all good. All right. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.